Hi guys, it's your sister from another Mr. Lovely Fly Shy, back at you again with another video. However, the first half of this video will be audio recorded, and then I'll jump on once I get enough juice on my phone and finish out the video. So yeah, let's get started. In today's video, we are going to be talking about a situation that had to do with my fake best friend, my ex fake best friend, and how she set me up to be jumped, and how the fight wound up going viral and all that jazz. So if you're interested in hearing the story, stay tuned, and yeah, let's get into it. So, as many of you already know, I am a survivor of childhood bullying, and this particular story, it's still impactful today because some of the physical ailments suffered through the fight I still deal with today, such as the fact that I have a deviated septum, and it has been deviated since I was 14. And I didn't find out that my nose basically was broken until 2015 when I was 19 years old, so 5 years later. And so if you all ever wonder why I sound stuffy all the time, or why I'm always sniffling or anything like that, that's why. And in the future, I plan on walking you all and perhaps vlogging the experience of getting my deviated septum worked on and getting the procedure done. So this occurred back in I want to say it was May of 2010. Yeah, I think it was May of 2010. And basically, the girl that I spoke of, who was the main perpetrator and culprit of my bullying, from 6th grade onwards until basically I just fucking disconnected from her and haven't heard from her since. We're just gonna call her Fallon. So Fallon and I, again, we met in 6th grade, and, she befriended me under the guise of, wanting to be my friend and all of these things. And yeah, that quickly shifted into just me being the target for her, bullying, her teasing, and whatever else she decided to rain down on me during these times. And so when I was okay, no, let me not jump to it so fast. So, okay, when I was 13, I had just gotten kicked out of school behind this girl. It's a long story, but I'm just gonna try to make it just quick. So basically, this girl, we had many falling outs. She would stop talking to me, and then she would just start talking about me, and she would not stop. She would just keep going and going. And I felt okay, I'm just going to ignore her. Maybe she'll stop then. She didn't stop. That just gave her more fuel. So we wound up getting into a fist fight because at this point, I was fucking fed up with it. I'm like, you know what? No. So we had got into a fist fight back in 2008. I was in the 8th grade. Yeah, I was in the 8th grade. And, we fought, and, there's some people that said she won. There was a lot of people who were like, you beat her ass, blah, blah, blah. But, she was more popular than I was. She had a bunch of minions and shit like that. So, ever since that day, she just became my arch nemesis. She freaking hated my guts. And yeah, she did not let me forget about it. She let me know every waking moment of my days that she freaking hated me, and she was out to get me, out to destroy me in every which way that she could, And so, I just, once the fight ended, she just resorted to the cyberbullying. I mean, once the fight was over, we kind of just parted ways. I had to go to a different school. She was still going to the same school. But, I was just, the main one that she just kept fucking with. It just wouldn't stop. And I'm like, if you so-called beat my ass, why are you still fucking with me? But how could, like, my thing is, how was I the one who got beat up, but you went walking out with fucking a bloody ass lip, knots all over your head and all that, yet I was unscathed, didn't have a fucking scratch on me except a ripped shirt. But yeah, that's beside the point. That was fucking in 8th grade. Hell, that don't even hold no weight today. I just thought I'd throw that out there. So I had started dating this guy, and we're just gonna call him Ronald. And he was actually my first love. He took my virginity and everything, and I was so in love with him. I loved him so much, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I still love him to this day, but I know that we could never be, because he set the stage. He set the tone for the relationships. Well, I wouldn't say it was fully on him, but he contributed, to it. Just, we'll get into that, but he contributed to me, getting into certain things and, just falling into that pressure of just trying to impress him or impress Fallon or whoever it was that I felt like I needed to impress at the time. But like I said, I don't want to get too off subject. So to continue, he and I started dating, but unbeknownst to me, he had been like seeing this older girl. I think she was like 16 or 17, and like he and I were both 14. Like, we were young, so not proud of it, but hey, it happens, right? So yeah, like, I loved this guy so much, and I felt like he treated me so good. Like, and there were many times, like, he was very, very nice to me. I mean, but okay. He had been seeing this other girl behind my back, and I guess that was Fallon's fuel. That's exactly what she needed, and I found that, like, I noticed that she just had started out of nowhere, just starting to, like, try to reattach herself to me. Like, she just kept trying to, like, be all nice and all this stuff. And, one of my good friends, her name's Toya. I freaking love her so much. Her and her sister Ladrea, they're like my best. They're like the best friends that I like. Some of the best that I've ever encountered. Besides like my best friend who passed away, Chanel. Other than her, these two girls were like my ride or dies. They were always there for me, like literally fighting back to back with me. I know I can call on them for anything, and they can call on me for anything to this day. So, I'm trying to remember, when did the cyberbullying finally kind of come to a halt? Because this was my 9th grade year, and we were going into the summer, so I was going into like my 10th grade year. And I just stopped going to school. She just kept doing the whole cyberbullying thing. And I'm like, damn, girl, give it up. Okay, I beat your ass in 8th grade. Like, it's over now. Like, leave me alone. Like, she just would not leave me alone. And, like, she's also low-key a colorist, too. She's your typical racially ambiguous mixed woman who feels as though her complexion equates to perfection and just puts her over top of anyone else, like, just based off of her complexion alone. And like, that's just the type of mentality she had and still does have, to this day. Like, these kind of people, this shit don't grow out of them. They were bred to be this way, and shit, she's still the same way to this day. It's sad. But to continue on, this particular day, I noticed, like, she was asking me, she was, like, writing me all on, was it Facebook? No, we still have MySpace. This is before everybody in our era had switched to Facebook. So we were still doing the MySpace thing, and she was just like, yeah, I was wondering if you wanted to host a kickback with me tonight. It's going to be hella chill. Like, she was naming all these popularized people in Vegas at the time, like, that were going to be there and everything. And, I was stoked. I was like, oh, okay, maybe she is letting bygones be bygones. Maybe we can just put this behind us, because I still, to this day, couldn't figure out, like, why she hated me in the first place. I mean, it's still hard to fucking fathom. And then, all some people could say is, oh, it's out of jealousy, it's out of insecurity. Like, but that's not enough for me. Like, you just don't go doing fucking people like that just because you're so-called jealous or insecure. Like, shit, I have insecurities too, but I'm not gonna go and project those onto anyone else or inadvertently fucking just try to break the spirits of those just because I feel like I have the right to, just because I'm hurting or whatever the fuck I believe, you know? So during this time I was like, yeah. And me and my other former friend, who we're gonna call Angie, she became like we called each other right hands. And so we were talking about it together, and I was like, right hand, I don't know, like, this shit, like, at first I was like, I don't know, this don't really sound like, you think it sound legit? And at first she was telling me, she was even, you know, basically agreeing with my thoughts and my hesitancy. She was just like, yeah, I don't know, it don't really sound right. Like, why all of a sudden she wants to be, you know, your best friend again? Like, why all of a sudden she wants to hang out with you so bad again? And I was like, you know, you're right. Hey, sisters and brothers. Okay, so we're going to finish the story, and then, yeah, we'll get back into everything else I wanted to say in the end before I get distracted. So, yeah, so me and Angie, we were just talking, and we were like, you know, why does she want you all of a sudden to, like, be her friend again? You know, this girl went the whole summer ripping you to shreds, you know, talking about you, your whole family, and all over a fight, you know, that she fucking wanted, you know? Shit. But, so yeah, I agreed to go to the kickback, and Angie's mom had taken us, and, you know, she was kind of like lecturing us the whole way, because, like, nobody in those apartments, like, a lot of the adults even knew about this girl because she was just so messy. Like, she was always in some drama, always messing with somebody, you know? So, like, all the adults knew about her, and she didn't even live in the neighborhood, you know? Like, oh god, let me just, all right, anyway, so she was just like, you guys need to just be careful. I don't trust that little girl, that little fast ass little girl. We do not trust her, blah blah blah. But again, in my mind, because I've always had this spirit of, you know, just forgiving and just letting bygones be bygones, but also it was out of naivety as well. Like, I was being very naive. So yeah. So we get to the kickback, and I noticed that the location she said that everyone was going to be at, no one was there, right? And so I was just like, that's weird. So then we continue to walk down in this neighborhood, and in this neighborhood there's like there's a park in this little, it's like a housing like complex, and there's like a park. So I remember me and Angie were walking down this hill going to the park, and that's where we see like all these group of people. It's like a big ass group of people, you guys. Like, it was so many people, it was crazy. So I was like, oh hell yeah, in my mind I'm getting hyped. I'm like, this party gonna be fun, I'm gonna be a host for a party, hell yeah. I'm gonna be, you know, like, I finally thought I was gonna get popular or some shit, like, you know, because that was a thing back in Vegas a couple years ago. Like, you know, back when I was a teen, like, a lot of us, we was throwing them jerkin parties or things like that. Just, you know, if y'all know that era. So it was a lot of kickbacks, parties, and all that going on. So I felt good. I was like, hell yeah, like, whatever. Like, this would be a, you know, a perfect comeback. You know, maybe she'll see that she made a mistake, you know, and trying to bully me or whatever the case is, and that I'm actually a cool, chill ass female. Like, what? But no. So Angie and I walk further, and we start seeing it's like a group of girls running up to us. And like I said, it's a hill, it's a big ass hill. So we're still basically low-key in the top middle part of the hill walking down, and we the park is like down here, and these bitches are running up to us. So I couldn't believe it. Then suddenly Fallon appears out of nowhere, and she's like, she has a fucking smile on her face. She's basically just trying to stop herself from laughing. Like, it was so obvious. But I didn't see any of that shit till like the next day when everything started replaying again. And then as the years went on, I was like, you snake ass bitch. But yeah, let's get into it. So she comes up, and she's on her fucking phone texting, right? She's looking at me. I'm like, what? she's like, oh, Shira, you need to run type shit. There's some girls here to fight you, and yeah, these bitches is from Gerson, and like Gerson is like this gang, I guess, out here in Vegas. It's just like, yeah, they're from Gerson, and look, you need to just run type shit, blah blah blah. I was like, I'm not gonna run from nobody. Why do they want to fight me? Like, I thought we were here for a party. Like, that's where my mind went. Like, those are the questions I'm asking her. I'm like, why would they want to fight me? Like, I don't even know these girls. Like, what are you talking about? So she's like, oh no, one of them goes out with Ronald, and you know, she's pissed off that you're fucking with her dude, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I was just like, what? Like, so then that's when it clicked. I was like, yeah, and this ain't no damn kickback. And I seen everybody like running up. So then Andrew was like, Shira, let's just run. It's like, I'm not finna fucking run. So like we start walking, like she starts walking, like hella power walking up to the fucking like up the hill, and I'm still walking, like, but I'm just trying to call my mom, text her. I'm like, yeah, text my mom, like, yeah, these girls I guess want to fight me or whatever. I don't even know why, like, just like whatever. So Angie's trying to call her mom, she ain't answering, trying to see if she can come back and get us. I was, at this point, I was just like prepared for whatever, you know. So all I remember is suddenly the girls and the whole fucking everybody, so-called friends of mine included, that was so supposedly my fucking friends, with their camera phones and everything out, just waiting to record the fight and everything like that. They were just all out there, you know. And I was just like, whoa, like these, like, man, that shit, bruh, like, if I still had that mindset, I would have went back and shot every last one of them. But I don't live there anymore. Like, I don't think that way anymore. But let's continue. So I get circled. I don't even know where the fuck Angie goes. She disappears in the crowd. This is how many people it is surrounding me. Like, I wish I could find that video on YouTube, but they took it down. But I hope I can come across that video one day to show you guys. But it was just little me. I'm 14. I'm small as fuck, skinny as hell. Like, I'm just a little twig. And this girl who we're gonna call Gloria, like this girl Gloria, she walks up. And everybody has their phones out just waiting, you know. And she comes up and she was like, are you Shira? And I was like, yeah, why? And she was like, bitch, you ugly as fuck. And like the whole crowd starts laughing. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I just like turned my back on her and I start like walking off. And all I know is this bitch just bing, bing, bing. She starts taking off on me from the back. Like, you hit me from the back, first off. But yeah, so all I remember is, I don't give a fuck, bitch. I don't care how good of a fighter you are. I don't give a fuck how scared of I don't care how afraid people are of you, but that ain't me. Like, I ain't afraid of shit. I'm not afraid of nobody. So all I know is my phone went up in one hand, and I think, what else did I have in my hand? I feel like I had something else in my hand. Well, anyway, the phone went, and as she's swinging, I'm fucking swinging. She's swinging, I'm swinging. Like, I'm not stopping. And then I remember hearing her tell her friend, she's like, grab this bitch, get this bitch off of me. And her friend jumps in and she pushes me to the floor as I'm basically sticking with the bitch. Like, you punching, I'm punching. You know, like, she's way bigger than me, you're way older than me. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, so she's swinging, I'm swinging. And then finally she's like, get this bitch off me. And she bites my finger. She bites my fucking pinky. Like, oh, I should have went and got a rabies shot. But she bit my pinky, and her friend jumped in and pushed me on the floor. And then that's when she just, like, she kicked, like, I think I was like trying to get back up like this, like from my side, and then move back like this. And the bitch just hauled off. She starts kicking me dead in my fucking shit. Like right in here. Boom, 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 all in my fucking face. And I was out then. I was like, whoa. So I dazed out and blacked out and shit. And all I can hear is just laughter. Everybody laughing like, she got her ass whooped. Woo, just talking all this shit about me or whatever. Like, I was just like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, what did I do to all these people that they could really sit here and watch some shit like this? Like, and Oh my god, that shit. Like, I'm telling you, like, if I start that mindset, you guys, every last one of them would not be living today. Like, dead ass. Because that shit was foul. It was not cool at all. So all I remember is this guy that was friends with my ex, my first love. He even low-key had a smirk on his low-key was laughing basically. And he was just like, oh God, are you okay, Shira, blah, blah. And so I just got up. I was dazed as fuck. I just remember getting up, and I remember I just got up and I was like this, because I had individuals at the time. So I'm getting my hair out my face, and I'm like this, and I look like this way, and all I see is fucking Fallon with her phone out, laughing, like this big ass smile on her face. She was the most illuminated I've ever seen her being. She was lit up like the fucking northern star or something. She had her phone, you know, of course, recording it as well. And she just fucking ran around the corner. Like, everybody just ran off laughing. And that resulted in, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that resulted in I don't know if you guys, I'm trying to get you all to see it. I don't know if you can. Hold on. So, okay, you can see it better this way. So if you guys can tell, like, my nose it's not even that bad, but it's slightly off, like, and I could feel it too. It's like, if I knew how to do it myself, I would just fix it myself. But the doctor already told me that I'm gonna need surgery, and he even said that it's similar to reconstructive surgery. But I told him, I was like, look, I don't want the shape of my nose to change. I don't want my nose to change. Just fix the motherfucker, like, fix it back in place, because it's just one side, it just pokes into this side, and then I don't know. But yeah, fake friends are a mother. But jealousy is a sickness, and every last one of them mofos today is doing bad. I thought I was doing bad. It ain't got nothing to do on they bad. I'm just saying, baby. I am just saying. They are doing bad. Look bad, all types of stuff. Some of them didn't went to prison. Oh, the girl. Excuse me. Getting over a summer cold, but anywho, the girl who beat me up, she's now in prison, and has been in prison for like the past 8 or 9 years. The girl who set me up, Fallon, she's lost in the sauce. Ain't no fixing her helping her. This girl, just toe up from the floor up as they can be, and people try to drown themselves in designer, try to ease that funk inside of them. Baby, you can't fix that funk. You can't fix what's ugly inside of you, especially if you're not willing to address it, So, like I said, this is just gonna be a quick story time. I just needed to get a video up. I actually tried to record 2 previous videos, but it didn't quite work. Like, I need to get out of the mode of thinking every video should just be 100% perfect, like no mistakes, just perfect. Like, but the reality is, y'all not gonna see that on this channel. So if you expect perfection, or that ain't on this channel. We tell it like it is on this channel. We show our flaws and all that, the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, all of it. But yeah, that was just a quick story time. I was just thinking about some things, and I was going through some things earlier with my nose, and I'm like, damn, my nose been messed up ever since then. I'm constantly blowing my nose, constantly dealing with sinusitis. But I can guarantee you all, there are 2 things on the way that you all will follow me on as far as journey wise, and that is to, of course, repair my nose and repair my teeth. But we'll get into my teeth in my gambling addiction video part 4, so be on the lookout for that, you guys. It is coming. In this gambling addiction video, I'm going to be sharing with you my win-loss statements. I'm going to show you my win-loss statement from 2020 And it's just in a time span of just 6 months. So you guys will see what I've lost in 6 months, and then I'll also touch on the fact that gambling addiction, it takes more than just your money, your time, your resources, your energy. You know, your physical health declines, and so many other mishaps follow. So we'll be touching on that as well. But you know, if you all have ever been through anything in which I am speaking of, especially in regards to fake ass friends, just understand that you are 100 times better than them mofos. They seen something within you that they did not have, and so they wanted to break that. They wanted to destroy it. But the truth is, they were unable to. They were unsuccessful. Hence why their lives turned out the way they did. Because instead of seeking help and receiving help and accepting help for whatever ailments or whatever issues or turmoil internally they had been dealing with, they decided to take that out on me and you. The targets, the black sheep, the bullied. The list goes on, right? But it's in these experiences I've learned a great deal about people. And it's just funny, like today, if motherfuckers try some shit like that on me today, I flip it back around on them and let them hang themselves. You know, this life of mine has been nothing short of well-learned lessons and experiences. As I am accepting what is and healing from what is and what was, I'm just continuing to embark. Or no, excuse me, not embark. I'm continuing to align myself with what was always meant for me. Except I was just blinded. But now I see. I see people for who they really are. And even in this story time, I know you guys are probably hoping I'd say something like, I'm gonna get them back. Oh, I want revenge. But no. Even to this day, all those involved, all those that watched and laughed and mocked, shared the video all over MySpace and YouTube. All you did was propel me. All you did was push me into who I am today. And because you thought you'd break me, that gives me just that much more strength to rise up better than before and stronger than before.